We got Alm vs LML on a very fun new map called Beehive Metamorphosis by Freakling, a German map maker, well known in the map making community. He's made ASL and ladder maps such as Roadkill, Reaped Storm, Intercoven, and more. He is a mentor to many map makers, including Pizza Lord. And I'm looking forward to watching some games on his new map. Between Alm and LML, an A-rank cash prize show match. We are on the map Beehive Metamorphosis. And the desert tile set is, I guess, supposed to fit the theme of a beehive. This is an island map. However, workers can scout using mineral patches placed at the entrances. There are different ways that you can scout. I believe there are 3 entrances and exits in each base. This is a 4-player map, I should have mentioned. You could also mine out the mineral patches at your entrances and exits to deny your opponent the ability to scout you, because they would have to use those mineral patches. There is a backdoor expansion on this map as well. And we got a PVT, so it's kind of interesting following the chat history here. I believe the map has been edited to fix an issue with one of the mineral patches. Some funny banter from the players about maps. One thing we try to do, I guess, with our series is feature newer maps and get conversations going on about them. No scouting from either opponent. Now this is an island map, and the meta these days, I'm not sure if there is one for island maps. They might be imbalanced in some ways for certain matchups. So these players are going to have to sort of be creative and innovate a build order of sorts.
Yeah, do you think that one of the races has the advantage with it being an island map?
We saw a PVZ between Kala and Yapsap on this map, and it seemed like Corsairs and Reavers were very strong, but that's because Yapsap went Mutalisk and Scourge. I think I can see Zerg just expanding everywhere and making Hydralisks and not dying to Corsairs with Mutalisk. I think it really depends on the players and the sort of builds they put together. My own kind of ignorant opinion is that some players are better at innovating like builds than others, even if they're similarly ranked. So here's our first scout by both players, and they're gonna get each other in the first try. There are 3 different entrances and exits. So
the probe noped out, saw the Marine, decided that it's not gonna go in.
And you could mine those mineral patches to deny your opponent the ability to scout you, but then you wouldn't be able to travel outside of those entrances and exits, I think.
So Alm just confirmed that it was a Nexus, most likely a Nexus first or quick Nexus build. And he's going to double starport. So he's ready to throw down the Wraith Gauntlet on this, I'm guessing. I guess it could also be some dropships or something, but most likely Wraiths.
It's an interesting scouting pattern that you can get to the backdoor expansion.
Ah,
Yeah,
very
there's no mineral
nice.
patch here to get through, so I guess.
Oh, the actual mineral line, I think he was able to see it.
Oh, I see.
And he sees the double starport, so he has one Stargate coming down. I wonder if LML, the Protoss, will throw down another Stargate.
When it comes to PvT, to answer your question, I really don't know. Because the builds that we have, or that I know of at least, all apply to non-island maps.
Yeah, I was trying to think about who would maybe have an advantage or something. Like if somebody has really good, shuttle and reaver control, that could you could do a lot of harass and damage that way, but not when there's wraiths on the map. It will not work. He's not going robo anyway, so. And third starport, so he's going super hard with the race.
When you lose the element of surprise with rates, is that a major deal?
I would think it would be. I mean, you can
Right?
see he's got a cannon already, so he's ready for cloak. Because he doesn't have a robo yet, so he can't get an obs. But he's, the cannon should do as good in the meantime till he can get an obs out.
It's making 3 starports. I wonder if it's viable to transition into BCs. I know it sounds ridiculous, but to make factory units after making 3 starports, that thing would put you behind.
I would love to see him go for BCs. That'd be awesome. We could get some BC versus carrier action.
Yeah, it's got 1 Stargate.
Yeah, I'm curious what LML the Protoss is gonna invest in here, because he's got a couple gateways. He's got the robo, so I'm guessing to get obs out for the wraiths, but he should be moving towards like a second Stargate or something more.
LML was saying that his probe, an idle one, was mining the mineral patches that help you scout. I don't think they automatically do that though. An idle worker would just sit around. Not sure how it did that.
All right, Alm's floating quite a bit. I mean, he's got over 1,000 minerals.
Yeah.
It might be good to just throw down a third command center.
Yeah, you can make them and lift them off and land somewhere, or
Hey.
use your SCVs. Like, you could hide an expansion on this map easier than other maps. The fact that there's so many entrances and exits makes it also interesting.
So the Wraiths looks like they're gonna scout this third being planted. That's gonna get shut down before it can even start. Ooh, getting on top of the Corsairs. Snipes the obs. Yeah,
He
that's
lost so
right.
many rates though, eh?
Yeah, he did.
And he's just using 1 Stargate to pump out Corsairs. It's worth it for him. Alm is using 3 starports and it's not doing anything. So he transitions into
He's got 3 Valkyries already. That's pretty crazy. And he's got that third command center over on the right side. So, you know, he lost a bunch of wraiths, which is, I don't think it was quite worth it. But he did shut down that third from starting. I think when LML wanted to.
All right. Got a bunch of Dragoons. No real ground units for Terran. Starting to make some now. It's a fight for air superiority, I guess, but I'm not seeing a coherent strategy from either of them.
We have a scout about to emerge onto the map. All right. Well, he's going. So LML's got the second cybernetics now, so he's definitely going to commit to air upgrades. That's what it seems like to me. So I would suspect he's got to throw down a second Stargate soon. And it looks like Terran Alm's getting both the air upgrade attack and the ground upgrade attack. Which is interesting. May go for a combo kind of air and tank push.
I mean, LML could help out his third if need be. Alm is so far away from his, I'm not sure if it's useful to have it there. It was just scouted by the observer too. And LML is on it.
Oh, he's ferrying. That's a lot of, you know, that's taking up a lot of his focus, though. It's a lot of APM to keep ferrying things around.
Yeah, and they're kind of stuck there because they're not gonna be able to get to command center.
He's got a probe transfer coming, so his third is basically up and running now for LML. And Alm, on the mini map, it looks like his third doesn't really have SCVs there mining yet. And I love that he's getting the scout upgrade.
Is that speed?
I believe so, yeah. Yeah, see that boost? Babies are flying now.
It's funny. Love scouts.
All right, so double shuttle ferrying.
Shout out to LML. Come join in cast if you're still awake, my friend.
Look at all of those Valkyries. Oh my god.
Apparently one of his probes started mining from the scouting mineral patches.
So, what you said came to fruition. His the Terran's third is pretty far away, and he's under attack now. Can't really defend it.
Yeah.
The Valkyries can come, but it can't get the goons. They're just gonna take out the command center.
And they both have a ton of minerals, but LML is expanding. It's making dragoons.
Triple dropships coming. That is just so many Valkyries.
supposed to be a serious show match, guys.
Yeah, it looks like they're having some fun with it, which is, I mean, that's nice to see.
No fun allowed.
Only war and suffering. This is StarCraft.
Exactly. It's an island map. They should not be enjoying this.
Just huge amount of upgrades coming in for Protoss. Looks like +2 for air weapons and armor, plasma shields, shuttle speed. Looks like observer speed or observer sight. I'm not sure which one. Zealot legs. Just crazy amount of research going down right now.
Just all of the upgrades.
Yeah, and why not?
What's up, character? Thanks for joining.
Just before you messaged me, I went out for a walk. So.
Walks are good?
Yeah.
Welcome, welcome.
Until they take those away from us. LML is like, okay, so you made 2,000 Valkyries.
Oh, that tank spot.
Okay, I like this strategy. I don't know about dropping in that. Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
it's,
you save from zealots if he had any.
Right. I guess if they were behind, they could barely reach the bottom of the middle line. This was nicely done by Ulm. LML has a bunch of units that he can't really use. They're out on the map.
drop ships coming in, dropping off some goons and zealots into the back expansion. But yeah, he doesn't seem to have any way of dealing with these tanks here. Shelling his back expansion.
+2.
2 shields too.
Oh my god.
A battle that you don't see often in PvT, Valkyries versus Scouts.
You know what? They did much better than I thought.
The scouts or the Valkyrie?
I thought the scouts would get annihilated. They had some nice upgrades, I guess. What do you guys think?
The upgrades probably helped. They seemed to be outnumbered, so yeah, I thought they did pretty well.
The thing about island maps is so many expansions that it just feels exhausting trying to attack one at a time. It's like, in the time it takes you to kill an expansion, your opponent could expand like 3 times.
Oh, Quark's in here. I thought I heard Quark, but your mic is so low, like it was barely a whisper.
Quark, I got Soren in here. Your right-hand man. Let me try to turn up Quark to 200%. I like these Dragoons, LML. You're just holding down the fort over here.
Just in case he comes back, I'm ready.
When the time comes, they'll be ready.
This is Quark's favorite map, so I hope he does come back and comment.
So I like that Alm has made a ton of drop ships here, so he could, and he was getting, I don't know if he kept up with it, but he's getting the mech upgrades earlier, so he could just have a giant, dropped army, kind of like in TVT you see sometimes.
Yeah, Terran armies get much better as you hit a critical mass. So it's big drops are much better than the small drops.
Welcome, Quark.
Quark.
I had to turn up my microphone boost, but I think it's working now.
Sorry to steal you away.
No, not at all. I was playing badly anyway. It was good time to stop.
Oh, when the time came, they were not ready.
Oh,
they
they
just
were
got
not-
slaughtered.
Oh no.
I'm curious what he's going to do with the Darkons. Is he just going to start stealing dropships?
That would be
Maybe.
cool.
Sounds like something LML would do.
I like also the 5k bank versus 2.5k bank.
Yeah, it's like, what do you do with that on an island map?
He needs arbiters, honestly. Like, these drops, stasis is the counter. Also, he's got 5k minerals and 2 cannons defending his mineral line. Like, come on.
Yeah, I think he could afford to splurge on a few more there.
Just
Yeah,
make cannons everywhere?
Yeah, I mean, that's Protoss. If you have 5k minerals, yeah, you just put cannons everywhere. You don't give a fuck. Put cannons, but guarding your cannons.
Oh, thank you for the raid, Quark. I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
And cannons to guard your cannons to guard your cannons guarding your cannons.
Yeah, just gives them something to chew through on their way in. He also should have gateways on all these islands too, so he can just produce units if needed. Oh, that's not
Oh,
ideal.
catch the drops.
No, never mind. It's not going to make a difference. I'm surprised he's not dropping 9. Protoss isn't dropping 9, that is. It's right next to his main, and there's nothing really defending it. If I had to attack a base on this map, I would attack 9 way earlier than I attack 6.
Yeah. I think these island maps are really difficult to play. It almost feels frustrating.
Yeah, there's one in SDP out at the moment called Road and Bridge, which is fucking awful.
That's the
It's,
semi-island one, right? Where you can
It's
spawn.
you can spawn island or not island. You can either both be on different islands, both be on the same island, or one of you have the mainland, one of you have an island.
Well, the both spawning on the same island sounds pretty fun for like a bloodbath type of game.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. But even then, if you get forced off the island, there's 2 more islands that you can evacuate
to.
to. Yeah. You can say, okay, you know what? You can have the mainland. I'm going to take all the islands.
So it looks like Alms really ate through his bank that he had. He's down to just a regular amount of minerals and gas here.
Yeah. Whereas LML used to be capped on gas. He had 5k mins, no gas. Now he's got 3k mins, 1k gas. So either he's boosted his gas income, or he's just decided to make a bunch of zealots. And it looks like he's made a bunch of zealots. I want to see what those Darkons do, though. And I also want to know why he doesn't have an Arbiter. Just Arbiter each base and recall units if it's needed. Or even Storms. Just storm those dropships.
Yeah.
Like, he's making this so difficult for himself. And he's replaced the cannon with 1 cannon. He's like, okay, you know, I wanted that cannon, I'll build a new one. But that's just the one. No more. Let's not go crazy here.
Oh, you might hold.
GG's.
I mean, I would just expand everywhere because it takes you 30 minutes to kill a base. It takes you 5 minutes to make 10 more bases.
Especially with Protoss. All you need is 1 probe in each base and you can just spam an entire base. Put down gateways, put down pylons.
Especially
Put
when
down
you're floating
cannons.
4K.
Yeah.
Might as well just take every base on the map.
Like, and there's 4 gateways in each base. Whenever they attack it, just make 4 DTs at a time. Like, he's making this so much harder for himself than he needs to. He's
I had
contesting the air with shuttles and scouts. And
I had a player
Your
describe an
focus.
island map as being stuck in a straitjacket. It just, there's no mobility for your units. You're highly dependent on shuttles or dropships or lords or whatever. And I
Well,
think it's
as-
really frustrating for players. They just can't move around like in
Well,
normal
as
maps.
Protoss, if they force you to play with carriers PvT, you're like, well, you know what? That's actually okay. I like that unit. Or like, oh no, I have to make arbiters. That's so sad. He's playing this the way he's his unit comp here wouldn't be good on a non-island map. It's especially bad here, but it's just generally bad. You look at, okay, now he's building an Arbiter Tribunal.
You're getting it, LML.
Hey,
It's just
I thought he was making you proud by building scouts and getting the scout upgrade earlier, but no, he just
well, he's not using them.
blaming him.
Like, yeah, it's if the composition he's chosen for an island map is Darkon Zealots. It's not what you'd think. It's not the first choice, is it? This is the base of the Archons in it too. Let's see what he does with them, because this entire game I've been waiting to see what he does with those Dark Archons. But they've never been anywhere near the action until now. Now is finally the moment they can jump into action.
I don't see
just
any
there
units
for,
worth doing mind control if that's what he researched.
They're just there for intimidation purposes.
The counter drop.
Yep. Only 30 probes left. Interesting. Yeah, he's just not taking bases. He's building his first Arbiter, so we're getting somewhere now. But he's got all these units all over the map, and he can't move them because he's got no
Right.
shuttles, no...
He could
There
he
we
could
go.
take those units in the center and break into the 9 o'clock, right?
Can he?
Yeah,
Yes, he can.
attack through them.
I don't think he knew that.
He's discovered.
No, he's close, but he's not quite...
I think his units are just randomly moving around.
Yeah, he's won this game, but if he ever broke into 9, he just... Okay, now he's on it.
Hey, all right.
Okay, this is the Terran's only mining expansion.
This is a raid.
Oh, okay, he's given up on the going through the wall. He doesn't know about shift click. Shift click is one of those high-level techniques that not everybody knows about. I don't think the Dark One ever got any action either.
There's one missing, isn't there?
There he is.
Oh, I
Okay,
see.
we still don't know about shift
so
click.
far.
Still no shift click, but one day... Okay, he's just gonna do it the hard way. I believe. His Arbiter should be finished somewhere too. And I think the Stargate died actually. Never mind.
Haven't made another one yet.
It's okay, you don't need Arbiter's PvT.
Hey, look, the
You just do
Dark
Dark
Archons
Archon.
actually move.
Use some of the energy.
And the scouts are slowly cleaning up the drop.
Don't worry, guys. We got this.
Okay, he's through the wall. Now what? Oh, wait, the CC's already lifted off. Never mind.
Oh, joke's on you.
Spent all that time breaking into a base, empty base. But now the CC's in the air, scouts can get into action.
That is where they shine the best.
Yeah,
I mean, there's.
he's
not
fallen
many
straight into the
minerals.
trap.
It would be good.
Oh, he's built. That's a Photos CC.
Oh, so he did use it. He mind controlled
Good hack.
SUV. All right.
Okay.
Our descent into madness continues.
Alright.
He's back in the game.
I mean, with the bank he has, he could just, like, drop down... Well, not a bunch of factories at once, because you gotta wait for all the SCPs, but...
Oh, here's the budget recall. Look at it go. Oh, he's still at the
He
tank.
mind controlled the tank.
Beautiful. And the Darkon back in the shuttle.
He makes it out.
Mission success. He got one tank.
He'll do it one tank at a time. Just taking over.
That's what you got to do. How many kills on the scout? 7 and... Oh, it's a plus V scout as well. Okay, yeah, this is just going to get it done. Oh, don't lead the scout to the CC. He didn't know about the CC. Oh, you've
What are
played
the
yourself. He's played himself.
I think this is the point of this PVT where it turns into a TVT.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you know, it's if you had to beat a Terran late game with air units, then you know the only real way to do it is scouts. So with Wraith, you don't want to use carriers or arbiters. Just you've got to mind control. Get yourself a starport and take up the race. It's the only way.
All right, where's our champion? Oh, he's not in there.
Oh, can he defuse the mines? He's close. Oh, yeah, has he done it? He's done it. Beautiful.
Wow, nice.
Took him
Good
like 12
micro.
attempts, but he got there. You just had to believe. He's gotten distracted on his Terran, so there's no more Terran buildings coming. Okay, here we go.
Bit far away from the mineral line, but
I'm pretty sure that's optimal. How are the
is
scouts doing?
maybe it's not. Maybe it is.
Okay, the scouts are just taking a break. They've been gotten worn out by all the action.
Yeah, I mean, all of that slow shooting has really got them exhausted. They need
Well,
to
they-
find some air units to attack and really get
They destroyed an
reinvigorated.
entire army, so it's. There were a lot of tanks originally on that drop. Weirdly, he also had some Valks to protect him. I think the Valks just bailed. They're like, no, fuck this.
Yeah, where are
guys
all
are on
the
your own.
bunkers?
They died.
I
Did they
don't
run
think
into
they-
the cannons here?
Oh, wait, the Valkyries flew over the Dragoons. The scouts were killing the tanks. The Valkyries just bailed and ran into the Dragoons. This certainly is a high-quality game we're observing. I feel like he should have the Darkons between the two Terran bases so he can intercept dropships. That would be the best possible use of them.
Yeah, if you mind control it and it's full, you get the units inside too, right?
Yeah, and also any upgrades. So if he mind controls the siege tank, which he's done, he gets siege mode for free.
Mm.
Mind controls the vulture, gets mines and speed. You don't get the actual like armor upgrades though.
It's been found out.
How did you find out?
He must have scouted it.
Enemy spotted.
Does he know about Psystorm? Because I feel like this would be a good time to use Psystorm.
Got the gas for it.
In fact, I feel like the entire game was a good time to use Psystorm. Terran's been dropping all of his units in a very tight clump out of dropships over and over. And I think some kind of area effect damage would be more effective than non-area effect damage. Oh, is it? He got it. Tank down. How's he going to move these tanks he's going to build there? I guess tanks and shuttles.
I think out of principle, Alm should just doom drop the Terran opposing Terran's position right now and just take out all the factories and SCVs. Oh, just like Quark said.
Yep, I'm an expert on mind control.
So
it every
wait,
game.
if you mind control a tank, you already get the siege mode research?
If the
with
tank
future
that you mind
tanks?
control
If the
has
tank
siege
is
mode.
siege.
That's very interesting.
Oh, he got the dropship too.
Oh,
Now you see, Terran should have targeted the Darkon, because the Darkon loses all its energy when it uses mind control. So it loses all its shields. So any attack will get it, will kill it.
and he's gonna repair his new dropship.
It's a pity you can't repair shuttles.
I didn't know they lose their shield if you use mind control.
Yep. So they're becoming incredibly fragile.
I like how Protoss is the advanced alien race, but they can't repair their own units.
But the more complicated something gets, the harder it is to repair. I mean, that checks out.
Okay, that's a good point. That's fair.
Dropship, escort.
He could have sent his probes to go mine and just drop the minerals off at the command center. You didn't need to use SCVs. He's doing SCVs just out of...
Oh, he's gonna do what Alm did to him earlier.
Oh, how does it feel?
So Alm had done this to LML earlier on.
He doesn't have anything to get the vision, though.
Television, yeah.
Yeah, he's not quite pulling it off yet.
He's an observer.
Or the shuttles.
Yeah, I'm not
Does it
sure
have
if they
storm?
can
There's a
actually...
Templar.
Oh, he's got Storm. He knows.
Wow, that just annihilated the mineral line.
Protoss is evolving. This is high-level Protoss.
With tank support.
That was nicely done.
And now the tank's on siege, so the Archon's going to make it. We're going to be able to see the number of kills. $32 minerals, 31, 30, 29. Arms minerals are going down. This is not the dream. Okay, we're holding steady at 27. We've stopped the losses. There's a big something happening at 9. Oh no, you're going to push into his tanks. You're playing right into his hands.
It looks like we're going to get the TVT battle we dreamed of.
Yeah.
Oh no, Dirty Templar, get out of here.
There's no place for a High Templar in a TVT.
Oh, this is
Oh,
GG.
GG.
$35-minute game on Beehive.
Wasn't a fair fight. Shouldn't have used the Storm's Nest.
Yeah, we wanted to see the tank versus tank. Come on.
But just if you're going to commit to not using any good units, you're going to say no carriers, no arbiters, no reavers, no storm. Commit to it properly. Stick with it.
Do you guys think P or T is OP on this kind of map? Hard to say.
And I think Terrans are generally OP, but I feel like they're not OP because of their air units. If you told me that we had to play PvT, but I had to give up Dragoons and they had to give up tanks, I would take that trade.
What kind of build would you do on this map, Quark? Grievers?
Double robo, and then just take a bunch of bases and put cannons on them.
Yeah.
A quick expand because you had the 2 bases on the main. Reaver drop, and just drop that like a probe up on the way. And then, yeah, 1 gateway in every base, cannons in every base, and just mass expand while attacking with Reavers. And if you don't win soon enough, you build carriers.
And what could Terran do on an island map like this?
I want to see somebody who's good with Wraiths, because Wraiths are good even on non-island maps. It's actually quite difficult to play against this Protoss if they Terran just takes base after base with cloaked Wraiths and just scanning all the observers, picking up shuttles, that kind of thing.
We saw Ulm try to use them. Had 3 starports, made a lot of them, but lost them to Corsairs. Even though he was trying to snipe observers with them, it didn't really work out. They are hard to use, but I guess they could be effective. You know how to use them.
Yeah, there are some Terrans who use them really well, much to my annoyance.
Koget. I've seen him
Well,
do a
some
job with raids.
Some Terrans use them PvT or TVP, which is frustrating. Looked like LML had a bit of trouble finding the expansion. There we go. Neither player scouting. They're both pretty confident it's just going to be a macro game.
You gotta have kind of high APM to scout on this map. Welcome.
I would put the Vax further out than that and then float it, if I were him.
To be fair, you have to have a very high APM to understand the complexities of scouting on this map.
Am I wrong?
No, I don't know.
He was just memeing.
Pretty much.
And there's like 3 different places you can scout in and out of each main.
You just can't use the minimap and just send a worker. You have to actually watch the worker.
That sounds like work. Instant Vita. No.
Yeah, pretty much. That's how I feel about Plasma.
That's probably how a lot of people feel about Plasma.
I unbanned it once on the assumption that everybody else had to have it banned, and like 2 games later I got Plasma. Never again.
You just wind up getting Plasma every game, and it's the one guy who hasn't vetoed Plasma.
But there's a bit of game theory to it. You look at it and think, well, everybody's vetoed Plasma, so I don't need to veto Plasma. I still won't get Plasma because nobody else plays it.
And
But
then
yeah,
you
there
get
is
it anyway.
There is the one guy. And the problem with the one guy is you don't want to play him on Plasma because it's all he plays. He's really good at it.
His screen
feel
name
like
is I Love Plasma.
I feel like that probe at the top right is going to do a hidden expansion at some point. Or LML's just given up on scouting. It might just be that LML's tried scouting and it's not for him. He's like, nah, I'm good.
You get that far and you just give up.
Yeah, that was a lot of work.
It's almost like a puzzle if you really don't understand how the map layout works.
So we've got a very quick +1 into Stargate. And a Starport with a 2-pack. Again, I feel like he's going to do an expansion up there, but he doesn't seem to agree.
I'd love to get an observer out on the map ASAP, see what's going on.
No, you want a Corsair. It's faster.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, if you're not worried about like having to clear mines near your base, and you're not worried about needing a robo for anything, then just build a Corsair. I've been playing Scout PBT quite a lot these last few weeks, and building a Corsair is actually really effective. Just it gets you a quick scout on the map. You can just fly it around their base, and it confuses them.
It's got speed.
Yeah, it's actually quite tanky. You just fly it around their base. Okay, so +1's basically finished. Yeah, he's doing a quick Corsair. Like on this map, there's not really much. You're not going to have to like defeat a push, so you don't need observers really. You can just have a few cannons for drops, and then focus on air. I'm surprised no fleet beacon. Given he rushed his +1, you'd think he would rush his +1 with intention to get a quick +2, rather than rushing his +1 just to get a +1 Corsair. Like that robo, I would question. I would go fleet beacon here. Here's a dropship. Here's the vultures. They're going to have double upgrades. And I think we will get a hidden base at bottom left.
I don't know how I feel about a hidden base.
I mean,
Might as well just make it around you so you can rescue it if you can.
It's, I mean, if you put like 2 cannons at it, then it's going to be very difficult for the Terran to actually kill it.
That's true.
In terms of just the resources the Terran's going to have to commit versus the resources you have to commit, I think it's a fair choice. Okay, so we rushed +1 for his Corsair, delayed his Dragoon range for that, and now he's going Dragoon range after. That's a questionable decision. He could have gone Dragoon range, had it, and then worked on the +1. Although, I mean, his +1 Corsair is getting it done. I didn't believe, but maybe I should have. I didn't realize he was good at moving shots. I doubted him, and I shouldn't have. LML, I didn't think a +1 Corsair was going to deliver, but it has delivered. Oh, he's got 2 of them now. Okay, it's really happening.
Just an empty dropship. Is it meant to pick up the vultures? No.
I don't know what's going on in this game. I didn't think that rushing +1 Corsairs was going to be the counter to the dropship, but you know, clearly I don't know what's going on. This is on a different level to my understanding of the game.
Oh, these Corsairs are kicking ass.
Yeah, he seems to be really good at finding dropships.
I think that's the third one.
Yeah, that is
It
the third
is.
one. He should build a gateway at the bottom left just so he can control both all those areas with dragoons. In fact, I think he has. Never mind. So yeah, it's oh, another dropship. Is he going to get it? No fleet beacon. I guess it really was about the +1. Double robo, yeah. I feel like this is a optimistic base to take. Of the bases to take on this map, that's not the one I would have chosen. And he can just send a probe over there. He can see it. He can walk a probe over and kill the SCV. But yeah, that's what we're going to do. Mihalak, or however you pronounce that, your microphone's a bit low. I couldn't quite make out what you're saying.
Yeah, his volume is low. I tried turning it up.
Oh, never mind, he left. Okay, he's attempting to take bottom left. Little does he know, it's actually already the photo space. This is why you should build a gateway at each one of these islands, though.
Well, he's got the minerals for it. That's an issue with island maps. You end up with a bunch of minerals.
Yeah,
And gas, in case LML.
just give yourself production at each base. It's maybe not as optimal as having all your production in one place and having a bunch of speed shuttles, but you've got the resources for it. It just saves you actions. And for that matter, if I was Terran, I might just place all my factories in the middle and then destroy the Cerebrate, so I just had one big island that I could move my tanks around. I build nothing but depots in the main base.
We'll count and mouse with dropships and corsairs, but
Look like they're going to make it in. If he actually focused the tanks, then he would have cleaned this up so easily. Like, the dragoons just weren't killing the tanks, even the tanks were doing all the damage. Is he going to get the dropships though? Okay, they disappeared off the minimap. Yeah, he got them. So another 2 dropships for the tally. The Corsairs are just cleaning up. He saw that dropship at the top middle with his observer, but I don't know if he actually... Okay, yeah, he's on the move. He has no idea that him and Terran are sharing the bottom left. Okay, yeah, he sees it. Another dropship for the dropship zone.
Yeah, how many dropships has he lost now? Like 5?
he needs Valkyries or Raids or something to counter.
I think it's like 5 minimum.
Yeah, I definitely... He killed the first 2. He killed 2 just now, and then he killed 1 at the top just now. So yeah, it's at least 5. I think it's closer to 6 or 7.
Imagine if he had all of those dropships with this ground army and he was able to do like a doom drop pretty soon. You know, a couple more, he could really go and pressure the middle 6 kind of position.
Imagine if he just had factories in the middle. And they
I
could
do
fly.
like that idea too, yeah.
If your buildings can fly, then it's you're struggling to get the units where you need them on an island map. That's kind of on you.
Oh,
Ooh,
full
got
of
another one.
SCVs. He's
Yeah.
got observers outside his base, so he's got to do something about that.
I like how he's getting shield upgrades. I mean, I don't think it's good, but it's fantasy. He's going to get 111 Corsairs. He's getting air armor and shield upgrades.
They're not making expansions around the map as much as they can.
Yeah. With the rate that Terran's mining the bottom left, it's going to be quite a while before he figures out that actually he's not alone. But he's had vultures here this entire time. Right next to some cannons. Oh, he's found them.
No.
Not like this. Not like this. Now the Terran's army's just stranded on a different island.
One-way trip, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of annoying. How do you deal with that? Take out the observers is going to be more.
I mean, they're actually even on supply, is the weird thing. It's just Alm can't do anything with his army. He's got no dropships.
The starports should just have signs on them that say one-way flights.
It's weird that... also, why is he flying SCVs down there? You can walk them.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that. It's a confusing map, I'm telling you. It's very frustrating to play on this. You have all these units and it feels like you're not able to move them around.
That's a bunch of speed shuttles.
Well, you've got, what, 6 bases in the middle connected. You've got the 4 around the very middle, then you've got the Fee and the 9 o'clock. So I feel like you should just abandon your main, like put your fast expansion just in the middle somewhere, and then just build your gateways there. Just
Be
have
much
the main
more
base.
mobility around that area. Yeah.
Treat the main base as an island, and just move straight into the middle of the map.
Nice.
LML just took over that island, the useless island, back. Bought the Terran stragglers.
he's shuttling out his SCVs. What's weird is that he knows that you can, like, he sent his first SCV out by land to build the CC.
I think it's become such a goal to transport anything with dropships that just to do it for the sake of doing it.
Oh, we're going Darkons again.
Ooh, I want to see some mind control.
You missed it last game.
Yeah, last game was your game.
Did he mind control an SCV?
Yes, he did.
He did.
And he started building stuff with it.
Oh man.
If you mind control a tank that already has siege mode researched, apparently all future tanks that you make also have siege mode. Big learning moment for me.
Yeah, same with Overlords. If you mind control an Overlord and they have drop, then you can use your Overlord as a dropship.
Ah, I see. So does that work with anything pretty much? Like if you mind
Yeah.
control a vessel with EMP,
Yeah, then any vessels you make will have EMP.
that's huge.
I mean, you'd be surprised how little it impacts the balance.
Nobody really uses them, right?
Yeah.
But if they did, cry foul.
Yeah, I mean, you can use it effectively in PvP if you mind control a speed shuttle. You get speed upgrade if you mind control dragoons. Get the dragoon range. You can save a lot of money that way. Instead of resetting Psystorm, why not just mind control a high temper? You got to think about these things. High level plays.
I don't know if we should be giving Ox too many mind control ideas, so otherwise that's how he picked up his next girlfriend.
Actually, that point applies to you. You're the map maker.
Question is, does LML now know about shift click? Because last game he had some issues getting through those Cerebrats because he was doing it one at a time. But if he's unlocked shift click, then this could be a game changer.
So Terran's maxed now, with his giant mech army stuck
They
in
both
his
are.
island main.
Whereas even if he kills the Protoss main, it's A, it's mined out, and B, Protoss doesn't care. Protoss has his own new main in the middle of the map. Oh, those
Yeah.
drops are going down.
Disruption
nicely
web.
done. LML's a master at this kind of play, apparently. He's got a plan.
It's kind of like how last game there was a certain point where it seemed like he just researched literally everything. He just went through each building and made sure he had all the upgrades.
I wish
Well,
Alma had
that-
dropped his tanks behind the main, maybe. That could have been a little bit more annoying.
Well, LML already had D-Web, he would just D-Web them.
That buy him some time. But
It's a
like,
high-level player we're talking about here with high-level D-Web skills.
it was pretty cool to see.
I like that they're still sharing the bottom left and neither of them know about the other one's base there. LML has no idea that...
I think this map would
Alma
drive
has
me
the bottom
nuts. I mean, it takes you 30 minutes to like do a drop. By the time you do the drop, it's totally pointless, right?
Okay,
Your opponent
they're
has made like
contesting
10
the middle.
bases.
We're going to have...
Oh no, vultures! You're not gonna do well.
It's the upgrade cycle. What is that?
2-1-2. Yeah, that's good.
See, the problem is that LML can just rebuild units in the middle. And Alma is basically mined out. He does... Oh, Rico!
Oh, nice.
It's recalled
Oh,
in the
and
mined out base.
stasis.
Yeah, but the base that he's recalled here doesn't have any resources, so this is not actually going to do too much here.
Bunch of units caught in the dropships.
They don't know where the other guy's bases are. Which is it's weird given that Protoss has Corsairs that can just fire around the map at will, and Terran has a building that just gives you vision of the map. So it's odd that they've managed to miss each other's bases here. LML's telling us that he actually already knows about shift click and knew about it in game one. I mean, he says he knew about it in game one, but game one we did see him take a very long time to break through the Cerebrats to get to 9 o'clock. He would destroy one Cerebrat, then he'd stop. And
Oh,
then,
he's
like,
going for the
3 minutes
SCV.
later.
Yeah, I think he is trying to hunt them down, isn't
He saw with the obs. Yeah, he's hunting for an SCV right now to mind control.
The question is, can he string that together with a recall? What I want to see is the SCV get mind controlled and then immediately recalled to safety.
Oh, that would be so awesome. There it is.
And sure, they can just walk out
Into
on
the
this map.
shuttle.
Doesn't even need Ix's worker, can just go back.
Oh, the shuttle almost died too. That would have been hilarious if it got taken out by the turret with the mind-controlled SCV in it.
Now, is the mind control permanent, or if the DT dies,
It's
or
permanent.
Dark Archon dies?
He's got that tank for life. However long that tank's life is.
Looks to be short. So it begins.
Yep. He unlocked all of the bases in the middle. He destroyed all the Cerebrats, and he still only has one of them.
Yeah, and he got those couple arbiters, but seems to have stopped now. I guess
Terran's
he's
found
supposed to next.
However, unfortunately, that base is basically mined out, so there's the damage is done. Protoss has stolen all the minerals. See, at first I thought that was going to be a hidden expansion play, but now we look at it in action. What we can see is that actually that was just Grand Theft minerals. He starts the game. He goes, "Okay, I think Terran's going to try and take this one. Let's see if I can get in there early, steal all the minerals." By the time Terran notices, there's nothing left.
Pick him up.
No. Oh, did he kill the SCV? I think he assassinated the SCV. Yeah.
Sad.
he wasn't going down like last game under his own team's fire.
Okay, so now has feed up. So now LML's feed up the middle. He says top right is the base I want. I'm going to take top right, which is the only base I can't defend. But you see, if he mines out those ones too, then the only remaining bases will be in the area that he has under his control. So maybe it's a smart play. He's got like 3/3/3 upgrades in the air, and he's not building carriers. He's got a fleet beacon. He's got Corsairs with D-Web. He's like, no, carriers are overrated. Same as last game. Just the unit he's going to use to try and control the air is going to be the Zealot. Yeah, carriers are apparently for noobs, and I think we can all agree with that statement.
I mean,
low
when
budget
you have-
recall. Low budget recall was a success.
Yeah, it looks like he's taking over the island.
Oh, never mind. Low budget
Oh.
recall, not a success.
Yeah, that's a bunch
bot.
of tanks. Surprisingly, though, Terran's not on 3-3 yet.
Surprisingly, he does actually have arbiters and recall, and he's still using the shuttles. Okay, high budget recall incoming.
Dun, 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 dun.
It's going to be like the low budget recall, but it's going to be higher budget. Don't mind control the SCV too early. If you mind control it too early, you're going to lose it.
He got
Is that
it
what you're
out.
trying to do? Oh, that's right.
That DT is going to get work done. Never mind, it's not going to get work done. It would have gotten away with it, but the Arbiter Cloak was forcing a composite scan. LML's not actually mining 6, and he hasn't been for some time.
Yeah, ever since that drop that took
Yeah.
out the SCV, he just
He just
decided
stopped.
that's fine. Whatever.
Yeah. Didn't want that base anyway. I've got other bases, it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, the economies have really deteriorated. We're at 25 SCVs and 34 probes. I think most of the probes are not mining currently, too.
I feel like this would be a good time for Terran to just lift up the CCs and put them somewhere else. Oh, you don't want to go there. That's where all his units are. It's on the central island. Oh, and the Corsairs. Is he going to cast his D-Web?
Ooh. Just a single G.
It's all he deserves. I joke. They're well played, LML. That was fun to watch. Thank you.
Those were great games. It was supposed to be a best of 5, but they weren't willing to play more games. So it's 2-0 for the Protoss, yeah.
That's fair.